into the Gauntlet. It has all come down to this after some long series already and some pretty decisive wins by Justice, but then turning around once more in the favor of Team Icon. It is all down to the rematch of last week's Gauntlet Finals, Chiefs and Icon again.
It's the battle of Titans. It's the battle to be the best in OCE right now, and Chiefs are on top, but it really feels like it could be anyone's game. Icon have been the number one. They're coming in hot, and they're going to be trying to take down Chiefs, who in the past have always been the number one.
And Chiefs really put them away last week in the Gauntlet, but all of that's out the window now. This time, there's momentum built on the Icon side. They had the auto-seeding into the finals last time around, and Chiefs just came in and smashed it out of the park. However, this time around, it looks like Icon are coming in swinging for the fences. So before we get underway, we do have a couple of donations we want to shout out. Some generous ones, so thank you very much.
Massive shout out to Sweaty Beard 89. I almost said 69. That's a funny number. For $20, massive shout out to Sweaty Beard. And also Nolski, not only is he helping with administration and getting the players in and out, he donated $20 too. So thank you so much. We're only $40 away from being able to run another week of the Gauntlet. We are so close. Thank you everyone who supported so far. I hope that we can get over the line. It is the grand final. It's the big one. And we're ready to go. Chiefs Esports right now. We've got the top dogs. We have got Zen coming in to try and fill out Drippe and his massive role in the team. And I think when we're looking at this team, Zen is the key. Is he going to play confident today? You can see he was the bottom scorer, not just for the Chiefs, but almost across the entire competition last week. He was really hesitant to move up, but that didn't matter because you had Torsos, who was on absolute fire.
Yeah, and Chiefs really were able to put it away without necessarily needing Zen to step up to the plate. But I feel like Icon are coming today, and they're going to force his hand because Icon really played impressively, especially the likes of Express. And also, in the first half of the last series, CJ was an absolute monster challenging balls in the air. If Chiefs don't come in ready to play, they're going to find themselves down very quickly.
This could be massive. I think the battle between Torsos and CJ, and then also whether Zen can really fill in here for the Chiefs Esports, we will find out. We are getting into the grand final, and it is the battle to be the best in OCE.
We've got kickoff, and there's already an instant demo as Shady takes out Kami on this one. Quick attack from Icon, looking to challenge early and often. Express sends this one up. Zen with the defense, so Chiefs so far so good. They just needed to wrestle control back as they get the ball to midfield. But already there's CJ, high ground, challenging back over to Express. They leave the ball open. That's Kami finding an opener, but Shady's there to clear it away.
Was looking to get a shot on, and Kami doesn't quite get it, but they are getting these pressure plays on. Zen's even pushing up a little bit and challenging out Shady, and that is the confidence that we're really questioning from him.
Yeah, Torsos was even there to make a big pass into the net, but all of a sudden, turnabout's fair play. Here's a chance once more for Icon to put it away. However, they missed the opportunity. Zen, he's going to be able to clear this one. So, good play so far from the Chiefs member that we were curious about. CJ, he gets control of the ball once again, waiting for Express to back him up. Here's the center, looking for an opening for Shady. It's not going to happen.
There was no follow-up there, but the CJ did a lot of work by himself and really forced the defense coming out from Chiefs and made them make a play that couldn't allow a follow-up at the same time.
Oh, quick goal. Kami finds an opening. You could tell from the defense of Icon that bounce up was not what they wanted. They go flying a little too far, and Kami just beats the defender to the ball.
Not only that, they thought that Kami was going to hit that high and hard against the backboard. They played for his shot. He ends up basically not touching it all. It ended up being roughly a fake.
So, 1-0 up for Chiefs already, and that starts to silence some of those questions here as Kami gets a nice clear away. It looked like it was going in for CJ for just a second. Shady looking for an opening on the ball. He's going to get the ball passed to him from CJ. CJ Express finds the answer quickly. Equalizer. No sweat for Icon.
These are the quick 1-2s. You have to watch out for Icon. This time it's CJ, and Express is playing close. He goes straight to the ball and still gets the angle. Really smart play.
He just lets the ball roll right off him, and I love watching Express take these 1-2 punches in. Just some brilliant attacking play, comboing with him and CJ. It's 1-1, 3.5 minutes left in game number 1, and we're already looking like some shootouts are happening here tonight, Yummy.
You just know as well that Express is is that guy who's always been known to get the shot on target. What is that from Kami? That angle, it was so difficult. He was not in the right position, and he still finds the net.
What is going on here? Kami just bumps it up, and no one from Icon saw that coming. CJ tries to race for it, ends up just moving it in, and Kami's taken not one, but two surprise shots.
That is Kami stepping up. We talked about him last week as the consistent player now for the Chiefs, and he's getting some power plays to back that up.
All right, that one almost slow rolled its way in. CJ going to try and make that happen express here before another attack. This time, Chiefs are ready for it. Zen's going to be able to clear the ball away. It's 2-1, 3 to play. CJ sending it close to the net, intercepted by Kami, pushes it back. Chiefs still in the driver's seat right now, but Icon are giving him a harder time than we've seen before. Last week's tournament, pretty one-sided towards the end of it. Icon are clearly coming to fight.
Zen's still really worried about moving forward too. You saw a really clever pass coming out from Torsos. Really hard to predict what he's doing, but there was no follow-up.
Chasing Zen, so he just comes boosting out of nowhere, and here's Torsos on the second win. Shady backs it up to try and get the save. He manages it, but doesn't clear as far as he would have liked, and Zen goes for another attacking play. It nearly goes in, but saved by CJ.
That was so much better from Zen. He was up instantly. He beat everyone to the ball, and he just couldn't get the power on it.
And so far, we've seen Chiefs playing mostly off the power of Kami, so if Zen starts to level up in this series, that gets troubling here, as another attempt is foiled by CJ from Kami. Very close, and Icon are trying to slow this game down, but they're playing a very dangerous game here as Express is forced to clear it over his own net.
They're putting on so many shots, but not only that, they're not overcommitting. Chiefs are making sure they stay the rotation, they can keep on the pressure, and now it's all down to CJ. He just gets another big save.
He's been the hero in the box, but he just can't move out of it right now. He has to live inside of the net, and this time it's Express's turn as Torso sends it back once more. Here's Shady riding the ceiling. Another attempt from Kami is going to be foiled, but this is all Chiefs ball. They're going to have to find a way to clear it. They finally get it off to the blue side of the field, but they just need to create an opener, and they miss it off the backboard, the corner, and it's going to be a second attempt. This time it's going in. Express gets the equalizer.
CJ can't do it. Shady can't do it. Actually, yeah, both of them couldn't do it, but Express, he finally makes the turnaround, and he's the one who is finding his angles. He is the one that you know can hit that shot.
Talk about angles. He pulled a donut to knock that one in. 1 minute 30 left to play, 2 minutes, and it's a touch that just goes equal both sides. CJ gets the intercept on the second pick here. Kami tries to send it quickly into the net, and it's going to be foiled, but he is everywhere on this ball. Kami is an absolute beast. And here's the long one. It's going forward. Kami is going to even stop it. He's on the attack. He's on the defense. It's like there's two of them.
And you can kind of see what happens now, that Zen goes super confident. He got beaten to the ball, and it works out fine because you got Kami, and he's pushed up once again. This Zen, we had not seen him last week, and it is paying off for the Chiefs.
And Kami just gives him the nicest little handoff. He taps his way in. It's 3-2. It is an absolute back and forth shooting affair, and you got to think Express might be getting a little tired after that last one. He's had to push a couple in his own, and it has all been about the team play from Chiefs as they take the lead again with a minute left.
They have been doing so well. They've got so many shots on. That's another one for Zen. That's his second. He already has as many goals as he had, I think, in the entirety of last week. I think he got 3 or 4 last week, and he's got 2 already now.
Torso sends out the little nice at the end of it, too. Chiefs are having some fun with this game. 4-2, 58 seconds left. There's still a chance here for Icon to fire back, but the hope's dimming in game one. Chiefs really flexing their muscles.
And I just got confirmation that he did get 2 last week, so he has already equaled his record right here in game number 1. Zen looking like a very different player.
Yeah, what a week of practice will really do for you here. Torso's going to send that one back again to midfield before it gets another attempt. Courtesy of Express gets the demo off onto Zen, but still Chiefs firmly controlling this game right now, and they only need to keep it in the air for the 30 seconds before it's all over for game 1. A best of 7 to determine who is the best team in OCE right now. Chiefs won it handily last time around. Icon still trying to challenge, but not a lot of chances left to equalize. 2 goals.
Already pushing up. This is going to be impossible for Icon. They're in defense. This isn't Oshpachenko.
CJ tries to back it in, but Torso is there, butts it up against the backboard. 5 seconds to play. That's going to be it in game number 1. Chiefs will find the victory. It was some challenge from Icon early on, but Chiefs just turned on the heat.
And the sheer number of shots from the Chiefs, they weren't even necessarily great shots, but they were in the right positions. They prevented any big save plays coming on. You had to see 5 saves, and all of them came out in the first 2.5 minutes for Icon. Chiefs just putting it on net, putting it in the top corner, and eventually it was breaking. And then Zen, the second half, really stepped up.
Yeah, he did, and I think that's the big thing we were looking for because Chiefs were playing with 2 solid members last week. Zen was playing all right, but not to the level we would have hoped to see him.
I think he was playing mechanically well last week, but he just wasn't backing himself. Now he's backing himself, and it doesn't matter. If your mechanics are there, he's still getting more of an opportunity by actually just going for it.
It's a comfort thing. You got to slide into your role right now because there always are going to be questions around you as a new player stepping into the shoes of Drippy. That's huge. It's going to be tough every single time. But he started to make a name for himself in this tournament, already equaling the number of goals that he scored last time.
I think just getting a 4-0 against Icon last week has to be a big confidence booster. So now we know Zen is going. How is his Chiefs team different this week to last week? And then how can Icon beat that? That's going to be really tough because even though they came in on fire, warmed up, they lost the first game.
Yeah, they did. It was a really interesting turn of affairs after the first couple of goals. I think they didn't expect Zen to necessarily step up to the plate. They were keeping eyes on Kami, and he was definitely the man to watch early on. But now we're into game number 2 here. It's going to be Shady take attempt, but he just manages to get it to the center. He's going to have to take this one back again. Nice little bounce there for defense. Sven is Zen, and he's quick.
He's got the mechanics. There's a reason these guys picked him up. To get that clear when he goes up to the backboard, the half volley clear from the ground, that's really hard, and he just pulls it off.
There's a nice self-center there, but Torsos is able to stop this one. There's the backboard bounce from Torsos again. Ball keeps on moving, but they're both going to be missing this, and everybody actually misses out, which opens an opportunity for Kami to try and send this one up. This time, though, CJ is there to deny it. Torsos has come alive in game number 2 as he looks for attack after attack, and Zen is right behind him. Here's Kami for the near score. It bounces off the post. And now it's time for Icon to fire back. Man, that was so close to a goal.
They're playing so quickly too, and there's just no hesitation coming out. It is really difficult to outpace Icon. We saw Justice outpace Order. Then we saw Icon outpace Justice, and now the Chiefs seem to be beating them to the ball.
That was a good demo on Kami, though. It did open an opportunity here for Icon to try and take the score, but Torsos was there for the defense. Looking for the center is Express. He's going to try to knock this one in himself, but he's just not got the boost to pull it off. Instead, he'll have to self-challenge, and Shady's going to take it.
It's been absolutely insane so far, and you still can't count Icon out. They can score from anywhere. They can get this big pass, but it really feels like with the pace that Chiefs are playing at, maybe not right there, they're able to just shut down the passes before they really pay off.
And Icon are going to need to look for more of those opportunities, the moments where Chiefs stumble, because they are few and far between, if they want to steal away a game here and get the momentum back on their side.
I think that was the big opening there too, where Torsos missed a couple of balls in a row. If this was last week, Torsos would be on fire. He wouldn't miss that. That's where they're going to find their opening.
Yeah. Trying to look for somebody to attack. Off the backboard again is Express. He has been looking for opportunities over and over again. He's getting foiled here, and now here's an attempt for Zen. And Express comes out of nowhere, gets the challenge on, beats him to the ball, and, channeling a little bit of justice right there. Nicely played. They've got to get it into the net. Down 1 game already.
No matter what you do, though, when you've got Kami and Zen committing, Torsos is still so good at that solo defense. He managed to hold down when there were 3 Icon members bearing down.
Zen's going to try to bounce this one high, but it's going to be pushed away. Kami once again denying the counterattack. Bounces it off the side. Creating a little bit of chaos here for Chiefs as Icon tried to send it back. Torsos is playing from far forward now, and ball's going to get bounced again. Express going to race for it off the ceiling, but he can't quite get to where he needs to, and it's back to Zen again.
And even though we saw Icon pick up the pace, they're still not quite making it right here. And
that was close.
They had to go for the big clutch saves, and how do they get this one out? They haven't pushed up, and only now do they get the opportunity to get onto the attack.
Icon are getting starved with some resources here. This is the issue. They can't always get the boost, which means they can't fly in for those crazy attacks. 2 minutes to play. Still nobody scored in game 2 right now. CJ waiting in the back with Kami, looking for an opener. Shady goes for the center. It's going to be picked up by Torsos, though, which means they're going to have to force another one. Zen is going to send this wide. Nearly goes towards the net, but Express is there to pick it back up, and he gets beaten to the punch on the second wind. It's Torsos once more looking for the opportunity. Zen going to get chased out of it by Express, but he picks it up on the return fire. Icon having such a hard time finding a shot.
But it's still 0 apiece, and Express, the bully on all 3 members right now on Chiefs, and that's what's kept them in the attack. Express really picking this up. seems to be the man of the moment for today.
Yeah, and I think, honestly, you look at the last series, and Express was really the hero of some of those games. Here's the chance, potentially, Shady gets the clear away. Chiefs do not get an opportunity this time, and Torsos with a bit of a miss, trying to pick up the ball. It's Kami who'll grab it now, sending it back over, but CJ's there to challenge him. There goes the demo. CJ taking out Kami, but they're on the defense here. They need to get the ball to the other side of the court. Zen sending it back in. Looking for the opportunity. It's cleared. Dangerous, though. And that one's going, but not in. So many attempts by Chiefs.
And you can't blame Kami. That was so close. The angle was almost impossible, and he still hits the side post. Another opportunity going begging for the Chiefs, and this is where you get scared because Icon can get these quick counterattacks.
CJ sends this one up high. Kami and Zen, though, very calmly going to be able to stop it. 30 seconds, and we have no score. The ball is traded possession so frequently. Chiefs have had a few shots this game, but they haven't been able to put this away, and this will almost certainly go into OT, barring a big last-second play.
Another scary miss from Torsos as well. Almost set it up for Icon. And look, everyone has moved all the way back. It was 10 seconds left. No one wants to concede this goal in regulation time, and that might be what ends up making them concede. But Kami stays behind the ball, and Torsos, he has the shot. He goes underneath, and it just touches the ground.
Oh, that was going in too. Very close call, and now we're into overtime in game number 2. Icon go for racing on the touch, but they can't quite get it. And Chiefs, if they can just put this one away, it would end so quickly, but they don't sink it.
The individual play right there from Zen, it almost just secured it in overtime. So the angle was tough, and you keep seeing just like these brilliant shots coming out from the Chiefs.
And it was a 1-2 there once more as Zen was trying to find the answer. However, Torsos is still going to be able to do the one-man defense, and he has certainly looked great on the blue side of the court today. Here's Express picking the ball back up, sends it away. He's a bit of a one-man army himself, but he's not alone as CJ goes in for a long shot. Gets denied by Kami this time. A second attempt from Express off the backboard, and it's going to go Shady's, but Torsos defends again.
He just flies off the roof. He came out of nowhere, and it might be a goal. Can he get the angle? It hits the backboard once again. It really feels like right now for Chiefs, they're playing so well as a team in the center field and looking for these big solo goals. On the other end, Icon, they're looking for these team goals right in front of the opponent's nets and the big solo players in defense.
This is nothing like game number 1. They really just feel neck and neck at the moment, where it started to get out of hand as soon as Chiefs took the lead last time. And there's another demo here. Kami's going to get dropped, and that means Express can go for the challenge uncontested. Here comes Torsos up through to center field, and it's going to be CJ looking to tap this one in, but he just misses the angle. Execution, you can't fail those.
And CJ was the guy who was doing all of that in the previous games. And now if he's crumbling and Torsos is crumbling, the two-star players are the ones that aren't picking it up. And it's all down to Zen and Kami for the Chiefs and Express and Shady for Icon.
It's all going to be about who can find that little moment, slip it in here. 1 minute and 45 seconds played out in overtime. Kami on the attack. Express bounces it back off the board. Here's Zen. It's going to go just in. And that is going to be game 2 to the Chiefs. Zen finding the opportunity. The newest member of Chiefs really stepping it up today.
It's Zen again, the one that was having trouble shooting, and he just gets enough power. That ball, he was looking for the clear. Shady couldn't get it, and instead, Zen punishes. And it comes down to just one mistake here in a 0-0 overtime.
And that's all it takes sometimes for a team of the Chiefs' caliber to really sink it in for the finisher. So what a back-and-forth game. It goes the Chiefs' way again. They're now 2-0 up on the momentum. And Icon, they're going to have to find something here, Yummy.
That's so fortunate for the Chiefs, too. I mean, you look at them and you think if that went the other way, it really blows the series in one. Well, open.
Completely opens
but
it up.
Now this is really looking like Chiefs. They're currently undefeated game for game. They've won 10 games in a row here in the Gauntlet. They have a potential to never have dropped a single game if the rest of the series continues like this. But it was a really close one. Icon are getting those opportunities. It really feels like they're building something up here. And if it wasn't for, say, like that small miss in the midfield by CJ, it could have been different.
And that's all you got to do is tighten those angles up again. It was still such a great game to take it into overtime. Yes, they stumbled at the finish line, but they're still very much alive in this series. However, Already close calls to kick things off, and we got a pair of demos as well. CJ looks to take advantage of the chaos and ride this one in. Zen is waiting in the net to try and defend. Here we go, it's Shady, Kami to intercept. Express goes forward again, but there's another save.
And it's a mistake, Shady. He had the net, he just needed to put that on and he flew past.
Oh.
And with the game being so low scoring, that could have been it. And now it's a breakaway. Kami's gets it over to 1. It's up to CJ to save.
Yeah, sends that one wide, just going for the clear. Get the reset off. Torsos, easy defense from him, and Kami sends it flying back into the corner once more, forcing the defense out of Express. Another counterattack from Torsos. The Chiefs are on fire right now as Torsos has been up and down the field all ready to kick things off, but CJ looks to push it in. This time it's Kami to defend. Back to Torsos, up to the top. The angle, push back. Icon. It's just a game of trade of possession. And here's Zen. Did he knock it in? He's close. He gets it.
Did he get the bump right there? That was so close to being just the easiest save of his life. We have to look at this one again. He does. He gets the bump on Express to open it up. It was the free save for Express, but Zen, he brings his freestyle mechanics in, he brings the smart play, and he gets the goal.
Why tap the ball when you can tap the other car out of the way? Zen, dare I say it, has looked like the MVP for Chiefs this series.
He has. He's just been everywhere. He's been at least the most improved.
Yeah, has already doubled his score from the last tournament so far, and Chiefs well on their way to securing an 11th consecutive win here in the Gauntlet over 2 weeks. 1-0 up now in Game 3 of the Grand Finals. Still another chance for Icon to act, to counteract, but they just need to stop this relentless onslaught here. Good defense from CJ, but Kami's going to look to tap this one, and he goes high. Zen goes low, but it's going to be pushed back again. Here's Torsos once more. There's more Chiefs on this side than there are Icon.
And Icon are afraid to push up as well. They're now deciding, okay, we're getting beaten to the ball. We can't do that really aggressive 1-2 counterattack passing that was working so well against Justice, and there's an open net opportunity here.
Kami looking to chase this one in, and it's a bit of a miss there on the defense. CJ is going to be forced to go high for it. You can see they're just running a little low on the boost, and Zen picks it back up on the counterattack. This is going to force Shady's hand as he moves back in. Torsos, he disrupts too. It just seems like Chiefs can get so much done with only one man. That just forced Icon to really overcompensate.
Speaking of one man, it was all on Express right there, and he did a good job. He's that one man right now doing a lot of work for Icon, and Torsos almost gets that over the top of them.
Very close here, but it does get saved at the end. CJ going to look for the slow center. Kami intercepts, keeping it on the orange side of the pitch. Almost all game here. Finally, it'll go through, but it costs CJ himself in the form of a demo. Zen clears it off. The backboard high. And this is going to be CJ trying to create an opportunity for his team, but there's really no one there to answer as Torsos with a quick and easy clear. Shady answers back, looks to ride this wall here. The Express is coming up, but he's just going to have to recenter it for CJ. There's the ball. It goes in. Equalizer.
And Zen was worried. There was the demo coming in. Express doing so much work once again. Getting off the corner. Shady forces Zen up early, and CJ just so fast. Now we're seeing why those team plays from Icon is so good in front of the opponent.
And that's what we needed to see last time around. CJ was so close to making that happen. It would have started to change the game, but now it's 1-1. Chiefs are up 2 games to nil right now. They need to put this away, but Icon have a chance. They can knock it in. Second win. CJ looking for it. Gets it 2 in a few seconds. And now Icon have momentum.
Express once again setting this one up. What a day for Express. Gets it past the 2 defenders, and CJ off the side post follows it up. A little bit fortunate, but it was always going to get really close to that goal.
Hey, they had a string of bad luck. Give them a little bit of good. Sprinkle it in there now, Yummy. So it's going to be 2-1 with 2 minutes left to play. How did Chiefs answer from this? Express goes hard into the net. Here's Shady, tries to push it, misses the challenge. CJ is going to be forced to clear it solo. He does it admirably, and he's back on form right now.
Oh, Zen, the solo play. He's just so content to not even worry about the pass. He just goes it himself. That is confidence to a T.
It is. Torso's going to take this one. Shady tries to get the clear, and Zen goes for a very aggressive challenge. Pushing it high. Here's Kami. Pushed back now by Express. It's going to go into the hands of Shady. You can see that Icon are trying to take this slow, arrest the momentum. Ball is centered. Zen goes in for it, but you can see the boost being invested here. Another high one off the backboard. Kami knocks it in. That's a 2.
CJ, he just waited there underneath the ball. He had no boost. To be fair to CJ, he did not expect anyone to be coming in. I think he had 12 boosts left, and Kami just completely disrespects him, go over the top. All of a sudden, Icon are in the back in the game, and now it's a tie. And this seems like it should be in Chief's favor.
That's not the first time we've seen that happen where Chief just run roughshod over any members of Icon trying to defend. You have to expect that challenge is going to happen at this point. And it nearly goes in again. Sends it forward. Another 2 quick goals.
This is the power of Torsos. They gave him so much respect here to get the double touch. CJ jumped for his follow-up touch, and still, credit to CJ, he almost got in the way of Zen's shot. But now it is a lead. It keeps going back and forth, and Zen gets 2 goals again this game.
Oh, the pendulum swings hard, but Zen really proven to be the X factor this time with a little help from Torsos. He sets up a second goal, and now there's less than a minute to play for Icon to try and equalize and stop Chiefs from going to match point. CJ sends this one high. At least they're keeping it on the blue side this time around. Tommy picks it up, though. Nice control from the Chiefs front man. Here's Zen pushing it back once more. Over into the arms of Shady. The setup. 30 seconds to play.
This is a major question right now. When you're 30 seconds and 1 goal ahead, the experience of the team can matter, because if you just let up at any point in time right now and give your opponents the chance to make a play, you can just get scored on.
Icon will be looking for it. 13 seconds. That's all they need to get in there. But great defense from the Chiefs. Kami going up for the challenge. There's the high ball. Need to push back to midfield. Challenge from Shady, looking for the center, bounces the wrong way. That's going to be it. One more chance. It's going low, and it's going in. We've got OT.
They can score from anywhere, and Shady got up and underneath this ball. They play so aggressive. Right as that last second, Kami can't get behind it, and we have ourselves overtime.
Yes, we do. One more chance now for Icon to put this away, to stop the Chiefs' momentum. Will they be able to keep riding this one? A last-second buzzer beater to save their series so far, but Chiefs are not letting up on the mark. Not for a second. Zen looking to take control. Express challenges him. Looking over to Shady, the hero of that last second of regulation. Kami pushes it back and away. Off the wall it goes. Into the arms of Express. No! It's missed, forcing Shady to intercept.
That's a big, fast play as well from Torsos. Really putting Icon under pressure, and great to see CJ step up. This is what we saw from him earlier, and a chance now for him to begin those counterattacks.
Shady's going to get that save on. Torsos, but still threatening. Zen is going to join him here, looking for the center. It's going to go back. Kami tries to push this one up. He does get it to bounce on the backboard. Here's the attempt and the goal, and it goes in! CJ! One game going in favor of Icon.
That was so tough. Kami had to get that high, but CJ scores these on the daily, and he finds a brilliant angle to get it past Kami. Torsos missed the boost as well over on that left-hand side, and you just see the counterattacks. That's what we're talking about when it comes to Icon. Get everybody running backwards. They get that quick intercept in the midfield, and it's just not enough for Kami to get back.
And they were training this against Justice, so finally Icon get some results. They take down the Chiefs. Yeah. That is the first game that the Chiefs have lost since the Gauntlet began.
And we got to remember that was almost Chiefs taking it in regulation time. They scored at 0 seconds to bring this one back. It would be an entirely different series right now if Chiefs were 3-0.
It was a complete shootout too. We got 2 quick scores. It was 1-1 or 1-0. There were 2 quick scores to come out to equalize and take the lead from Icon. Immediately, Chiefs answer back by doing the exact same thing. And then at that last second, it all gets answered back. And what a hero play by CJ in overtime.
This is starting to get real close as both the teams are picking it up. We saw CJ struggle in the first couple of games. Now he's found his stride here in the last minute or so of this game. And if he keeps up that performance, this is the chance for Icon to really run over the Chiefs.
And we will have no sweeps today, so things are really starting to look a little bit closer in competition after last week when we had 2 4-0s in the second and third round of the Gauntlet. It is a lot more parity now as the challenge, first off, starts with a demo as Shady's taken out by Zen. Into game 4 we go. Chiefs leading 2-1. Challenged by CJ sends this to midfield. There's Zen to pick it up. Shady will look to try and intercept on him. It goes up to the ceiling. Picked up by Express. Looking for the opening, but Kami has really been just as quick on the draw all series long.
And importantly, he got past Shady. This is where Icon are really picking it up. These demos, these bumps, like really going aggressively into the opponent's half just to try and get out the defenders.
But it was a good defense there from Icon. They do manage to knock this back, and I think it's really credit to Icon how they've been able to grow over the course of the series. It's not just last game. They're learning the attack patterns of Chiefs and finding creative solutions.
And you have to do that in tournament too. It's really all about adapting, especially because people don't play the same way they do in tournaments as they do in scrims. The nerves come in differently. The play styles change up ever so slightly. And Tainted Mind, Icon have been doing a great job of adapting.
We certainly have. Now, there have been a couple of games that feel a bit like a scrim, but none in this series so far, Yummy. CJ looks to pick this one back up from Kami, and Torsos chasing it away. He does get the stop here, but in comes Express. No, he fakes it out. Now Zen, who's just been ball chasing all game long. He's been able to do it quickly, though.
He's been on that ball really fast. He's been getting it. He's also rotating out quite well and letting his teammates make the play. And the fun thing is to see when two players from Chiefs are up, if it includes Zen,
he gets it.
He gets it.
He was just right on top of it like a magnet. He goes in. Great pass from Kami. And he's just playing with the defense.
He just backs himself. He saw Express there. He goes to the right-hand side knowing where Express can hit it, and he gets that goal. And once again, it's Zen putting them out in the lead. He's averaged more than a goal per game so far this year.
And that is such a big improvement from last time around when he felt a bit timid. He wasn't quite feeling himself, but that's all changes. Torsos sends it flying. It's 2-0 again. Yummy. What the hell is happening?
Zen takes this high, and no one from Icon was expecting that level of clear. It hits the backboard, and even still, you don't expect Torsos to be able to hit that angle, but he does.
If you're riding high, you gotta be careful. Check yourself, because the Chiefs will be more than happy to wreck you in kind. 2-0 with 3 minutes 15 to play. There's still time on the board here for Icon, but they're finding themselves without a whole lot of chances, except for that one. Great play by Shady.
Just running it up, and maybe Torsos sticking a little bit too hard, and that's actually really impressive. I don't know, but CJ didn't get bumped. He didn't get taken out by Torsos. Torsos is going to be frustrated that he didn't get sent flying.
Yeah, I mean, that was off the back of a demo and just an immediate push by Shady, sensing the moment he could find the play. That puts the game back in, well, it's still Chiefs control, but manageable right now by Icon. And if they get another game here, they'll be the ones that have the momentum, tying the series up. Kami will take it at midfield and try to send it back the opposite way, but it's going to be Shady that picks it up again. Zen tosses it back, and it's just volleyball here at midfield.
It's been back and forth in the midfield, but you can see them really string this stuff together. Both teams looking for the 1-2 in the midfield. Try and get someone out of the opponent's team and really take them out of the game. And they're all doing a really good job of recovering at the same time.
They are, but there's still a pretty aggressive, consistent attack here from the Chiefs. Torsos looking for the center, and Kami gets the score from the high ground.
No one on Icon had any boost. It was so low on all of the members. I think 90 boost left on Shady, and he just gets beaten out by Kami.
Yeah, they ran him around and just ran him ragged, so now it's still 2-score differential.
I think the big problem wasn't that they all didn't have boost, it was just CJ, and he was right at that front post. And somehow, Chiefs recognized that, gets it past him, and that opens up the net.
All right, well, it's not going to perturb Icon from really stopping this attack. However, they've got to be careful as the ball was coming back their way. Express will go for the center. It's once more Torsos there to defend, but he runs smack dab into Express for the demo. Shady going to get this one, bouncing it off the ceiling, looking for the center. Open net, but Torsos comes back up at the last moment for the defense. 3 members of the Chiefs sitting inside the net. We're there, ready for the defense. However, it's Icon on the attack again.
Really solid recoveries as well. Torsos is out of the game. He gets straight back into it to immediate effect. And if that one hadn't bounced down, then Chiefs might have been able to follow on that as well.
We're still trying for it right now. It's a lot of attacks on both sides, but 3-1. Big advantage for Chiefs. Icon need to go fast. They've got 1 minute and 45 to play here. Otherwise, it's match point. For Chiefs Esports Club, the defending champions of the Gauntlet, best team in OCE, this would make them undisputed for the time being. Torsos takes the ball back, pushes it to mid. Over to Kami. Picked off by CJ. CJ. Off the ceiling it goes, and it's back over to Zen. Bounces off the board. Dangerous clear there. However, to CJ, to Torsos. Intercepted. CJ's got it again. He sends it to midfield. Here's Express, looking to knock this in, but he didn't quite have the angle on it.
It's always worrying when you see Express on the ball. You think that he's going to set something up, and even then, he really put Chiefs in the gauntlet themselves as they were scared of what Express was about to do.
Relentless attacks from Kami from Zen. Even Torsos is sneaking him in there. He's got the ball pushed back. 1 minute remaining. They need to make up 2 goals on the Icon side. They're running out of time here, Yummy. This is about to be match point.
It looks like it. 50 seconds left, and unless Icon can do something right now. It is Express. He goes forward. He's going for the bump, and he goes over the top of Torsos.
Oh,
it
no!
just hits the crossbar.
Oh, CJ on the long ball. He nearly had it, but it just went off the top. And you hate to see it when it bounces from the roof like that. And you got to think that's going to be one of the last chances that Icon will have. 30 seconds remaining, and Chiefs thinking they're lucky stars that didn't go in.
That was the chance for Icon. You know, if they got that, I'd be like, I'm actually pretty confident they're going to make the comeback. This could be a goal right here.
The
Mikami just deletes Shady. He says, no goal for you. And that should be Chiefs taking out game number 4.
We've still got 10 seconds, but it does seem like a formality at this point with 2 goals to make up. Shady will pick this one in, but it's going to be a victory lap for the Chiefs Esports Club as they will find themselves 1 game away from back-to-back champions here in the Gauntlet.
Absolutely insane. Incredible run from the Chiefs. They were marred by a single overtime right here. They have managed to be dominant throughout this, and now they are 1 game away from taking the first 2 gauntlets in a row.
This is absolutely massive. And you know, it's not the only thing that's massive, Yummy, because it looks like we got ourselves a big donation in the off time. So why don't you go ahead and shout that one out?
We got $40 from Little Tex. Was good. That was kind of good. Dover, he's doing all this production. He donates $25. Zen's mum really coming in clutch. I don't know if that's Zen's actual mum, but if that is, well, that's awesome. But then Contra Duck with $120, actually sponsoring an entire event by himself. That means that we can run 2 more gauntlets. We are ready to ramp up for gauntlet number 5, just as Chiefs look like they might be taking out gauntlet number 2.
That's absolutely hype here. And I wonder who's going to be taking it when it comes all the way down to it. But, you know, I think we have to slap that guy's name on at this point. Get a little sponsorship in there.
The Contra Duck Gauntlet. Yeah.
No, it does have a nice ring to it.
It does.
All right. But, man, this has just been Chiefs' match. It's not that they haven't been challenged by Icon, but every single time that Icon find an opening, you think Icon's going to take the game away. Apart from that one that they had to go into OT and play absolutely gangbusters to make it happen. Chiefs have been in the lead, and wouldn't you know it here, Yummy? We've got ourselves match point. It is game number 5, and Chiefs can do it with only 1 loss. However, it's a start. Let's see if CJ can knock this one into the net. It's going to get challenged by Zen.
Icon are just throwing the book at it right now. They've got the demos. They've got these passes. They're getting in the face of the Chiefs, and unfortunately doesn't pay off, but it's really going to be throwing Chiefs in a position where they need to defend.
Oh, Tarso!
What a shot! That's incredible. Right in the top right-hand corner, all based off Kami. Look at all of Icon. They'd committed so hard for the attack. They don't get that touch, that one that was a clear to the other end, and Chiefs immediately punish.
Icon go heedless aggression all the way into the net. When it doesn't pay dividends, this is a chance for Chiefs. They take it immediately. Not even 30 seconds have passed, and we've got the first score here. Chiefs clearly want this victory. They can taste it. The gauntlet, the trophy's theirs. They're just going for it again.
And Icon were looking for revenge for last week, but Chiefs are really looking for revenge from last RLCS season, where Icon took them out in the grand final twice to be the first one to upset them in OCE. Well, now we're really seeing Chiefs put on a statement.
Yeah, not just 1 week, but twice now. Last time it was a bit of a blowout as it ended 4-0. There's at least been 1 win by Icon, and they earned their way here this time around. And going for the counterattack with Torsos. What a beautiful defense he has been mounting all series long.
And he's been struggling, but he can still come up with big plays like that too. And that is so important. When you've got an experienced member like him, he needs to be consistent, at least in defense.
Let's see if Icon can find something here, equalize in this game. They've still got a chance to save their series, to save their tournament, but this is that trick play. You can see the set piece going in for Chiefs, and it's always dangerous. You never know what angle they're going to take, but they are stopped by Icon. Express goes up, challenged by Kami, looks to knock this one in himself, and it goes 2-0. Disaster now for Icon.
Shady didn't expect it. I didn't expect it. Kami hits the roof. It's fast. He's following, and he gets a change of the angle. There was no way for Shady to really read what was happening, where he was hitting it, and that is a brilliant goal from Kami.
It certainly is, and really impressive performance. The Chiefs are flexing their muscles, and they're looking to shut down Icon here in game number 5. Tournament hopes on the line. Icon need to make up 2 goals in 3 minutes and some change. Kami leading this one in again. Zen looking dangerous as always. Even Torsos is taking a shot. Chiefs are taking a victory lap.
They have just been absolutely crushing it so far. Icon, it just doesn't feel like they've had an attack yet this game. Shady's made a couple of mistakes as well, and until they really shore up, they need to have all three members playing at full capacity if they want to take this win.
Regardless of who wins this game, there'll be a lot of tape to review if you are Icon. However, there's still some chances left to play. Looking to knock this one low. It goes a little bit too high. CJ, second win, nearly gets it in, but Zen with a clutch save.
Even with Shady missing earlier, that was an incredible double tap that almost went in the goal. You can see the individual mechanics coming out from Icon. They just need to string something together.
It's some damn good Rocket League, but the results are what matter at the end. 2-0. Tommy tries to open the net up here, but it does get saved by CJ. Second attempt by Torsos into Zen. He just keeps flying out of nowhere at this point, and it's forced the defense out from Icon once again. 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes to make up 2 scores. Will this be one? Torsos with the defense.
How does he read that? CJ got such a good shot. He got the half volley off the bounce as well, and Torsos just manages to use his reaction speed to get up to it.
It's just beautiful to watch the defensive play out of the Chiefs right now. They are absolutely on form. The demo comes in. Shady's knocked out of this one. Zen going to get challenged by CJ, looking for the center. Tommy stops that possibility. Still a few chances. Still threatening. The ball nearly goes in. It's bobbled, but all three members of the Chiefs there to defend. Here's Express trying to center it. Misses the ball. CJ's there. Bounces it up.
Express couldn't let that happen. They just did so much work to really put Chiefs on the back foot. All three were stuck in the net, and then Express's miss just cancels any chance that they can take advantage.
Clock is ticking right now. Icon finding fewer and fewer opportunities. Chiefs can see this win. They think they can do this in 5. Icon, you need to step it up. You need to put this into the net, but they just keep missing on the crucial connection. Shady tries to open up another one. Here's CJ. He's going to nearly get it in, but it goes too wide to the left.
Oh, he was so close, and Zen just getting into a position that really faked CJ out. There's only 50 seconds left, and Icon have had the opportunities this game. They just can't get it in behind the defense.
They just keep trying, but Chiefs know all they have to do is play solid D for 42 more seconds. CJ nearly going in. Second win. Shady scores it. There's a chance.
That's the one. That is CJ. He takes it himself. He says, this game is mine. He almost gets it in. It ends up going past Kami anyway, and Shady sinks it. 2-1 now. The chance is real for this comeback.
Never give up, say Icon. Never say die. They're going for it with 38 seconds remaining, and you just can't afford to even play defense anymore. Express nearly gets it off the backboard. Shady comes in too late. 30 seconds to play now. Torsos, Zen looking to control this ball, and Kami just knows all he has to do is clear it as far away as possible. Here's the challenge from Express. CJ riding on top. In comes Shady, looking to tap it in. Going for it. Torsos is there. 15 seconds.
So many opportunities for Icon. Will the misses of the past haunt them? Because they've just missed 3 or 4 shot opportunities. They could have taken out this game, and instead they look like Chiefs might take it.
The last ditch effort, and are you kidding me? Shady does it with a second to go.
Almost 0 left on the clock. What a play. CJ takes it out. Kami was there to challenge to win the game. It goes over the top of Zen, and Icon Esports, they're bringing this back.
They have got OT in just a second. This touch is going to be the formality. It's here it goes. One last chance to keep their series alive. Icon want this. They will not go quietly into the night.
And it's been 1 overtime apiece between these two teams. Who will get the next one? It looks to be Express.
He gets it! The series is alive! It's 2-3. Chiefs still on match point, but game 6 is coming.
Again, over the top of the defender, and this time you see Zen afraid to go up for the ball, and Express, he has not missed a shot. He is the man you know can sink those. And now we have ourselves another game, looking at game number 6 now.
Man, they got it together at the last minute, and Icon refused to let themselves be beaten. They refused to let those setbacks stop them. And how about Slim Shady sliding in there for OT, man?
I get that. They had so many opportunities right there. They were taking shot over shot. CJ missed one wide. There was another one that goes left, another one that goes over. They had the opportunities. Express misses his first ball of the game. and yet they still crunch it through. Icon, if they can make a comeback, it is now. They have played so incredibly in that last minute and a half. If they do that for the rest of this series, they could, in essence, reverse sweep the Chiefs.
It's still so close. Chiefs, all they have to do is win one, but Icon have proved that they can stop them dead in their tracks. And now on the offensive, with the aggro, with the momentum on their side, here comes CJ. It goes a little wide here, but still the attack in favor of Icon. Chiefs scrambling to counter. There's the boost on the opposite side. It's Kami. He butt bumps it in.
He gets this, but CJ again. He hit the left post. He goes to the side. The demo comes through. The shot is perfect and underneath over the jump. And Icon just feel like they're giving away this game.
Icon have got to clear things up a little bit. They're just going in, getting excited, getting hyphy, but they're losing control, and that gives Chiefs all the opening they need. So once more, just like last game, we see a score within the first 30 seconds. Icon down 1. Still have to stay alive here. Need to force a game 7 to turn it around. Express bounces this up to the top. Here's Kami to push it back, but CJ's on the challenge. And you can see it was going to be close there. However, Zen's got control of the ball. Bounce back once again.
You can also see that Icon are picking up the pace, and that's kind of why they're getting these opportunities, but also why the misses are happening. They're rushing, they're trying to get as fast as they can, and sometimes that just means you play a little faster than you can be accurate.
Chaos is a double-edged sword for sure, Yummy, so they try to get that one in. Here's CJ to center the ball, but he doesn't quite get it exactly where he wanted. Has to settle for bouncing it off the corner. Picked up there by Express, and it's just a game of volleyball. Pushing it back up, still controlled by Icon. They've got the ball in their favor. Torsos looks to grab this one back to the Chiefs, but it's turned around once again. Off of the backboard. Here's Torsos once more. Sends it over into Icon territory. Challenging. Going to be Torsos once more. Again, CJ will not let up on this one, but it's a slower attack from Icon. They're sniffing out the angle. They decided to pump the brakes just a bit.
It really feels like they've slowed this down. They don't want to make mistakes anymore. They've already got a goal down. Just shore everything up. Make sure we don't get scored on, though. This side just go all the way.
Oh, that was
Express
close.
had to make a last-second save.
Yeah,
and
just by the nose of the hood, and oh boy. Little flashbacks there. Here comes Shady looking to knock this in, but it's intercepted by Torsos. Great defense once more from the Chiefs player. Gonna go a little high. Here's Express looking to challenge. Has the boost. Has the wall ride. Cleared away by Kami. That one was telegraphed, and Zen's gonna try to pick that up, but it's bounced back once more. Some zooms coming out of Icon players as they try to get this one in, swiping it forward. It's gonna be the score from Express, the equalizer.
You cannot do that. The Chiefs double committing right there, and they had no boost. That's when it is worst to go. This is Icon draining Chiefs of all the resources. They get follow-up. It's shot after shot after shot, and that one you cannot miss.
And this is the adaptation. They started the game, Icon playing so aggressive, got punished almost immediately, and then they pumped the brakes, realized we don't need to play this game. We're not Justice Esports. We can win it on our own style. Changing it up to control. Now it's 1-1. Torsos trying to lead this in, but Express will pick it back up. Kami for the challenge. That one looks like it's going in. However, good save. Kami tries to bounce it. Torsos is there, but he can't quite get there in time to defend the ball, and that means CJ's going to find an open net, or is he? Torsos at the last second with the save once again.
A save and a really good touch. He got a lot of power considering he came off his own backboard in order to get that.
Here's CJ, and Shady. They'll tag team their way to clearing this ball once more. Shady going forward for it, but it's challenged up. CJ on the high ground. He's just done so many of these today, looking for the pass. Intercepted this time by Zen, who has really silenced a lot of the doubters about his potential performance on Chiefs after last week. Picking up the slack for himself as he looks to send this one into the net. It goes too high. Off the backboard, second win. It bounces again. The clear. Zen goes once more, but they can't put it away.
And it's every single spot except the net. And that original shot by Zen was so good. And you saw what it did to the Icon defense. But they hold on for now. It is still one apiece.
A mad dash, a mad scramble here as Chiefs are trying to send this one in. Torsos nearly does it himself, but here's the counterattack. It's going. It's gone! Express puts them up. Icon in the lead.
It's just another miss from Torsos. It hits the side post. It's not in, and they had all committed. Zen is not back. Icon take the lead, and I don't think we've really felt Icon get the lead yet in the last few games. Has this series turned around?
That remains to be seen, but in a minute and 15 remaining, we're starting to see Chiefs make some of those sloppy mistakes, not something we're used to saying. Torso's going to try to make this one up. It bounces again, and Shady puts it in. The 3-1 with a minute to play.
You said it with perfect timing, sloppy mistakes, and Zen just jumped straight past that ball. His teammate, Torsos, did not expect that to happen. He was already pushing up, and that is what opened the free net.
Yummy, I asked you at the beginning of this, could this match go the distance? Could we be going to 7 games for the first time? And it looks like that is about to happen here with a 2-score advantage, a minute to play. Chiefs will have to find some serious razzle-dazzle to put this one away in 6.
I mean, I'm calling it right now. This is the first time for the grand final to go Game 7 in the Gauntlet. It is going to happen. It shows just how close these two teams are right now.
It's the first time to not see a sweep, and what a different match than we saw last time around. Icon is a completely different squad in this game. You can see, though, they're still not safe with 30 seconds remaining. Chiefs still gunning for it, not going to give up the game, but they are going to have to go into game number 7, all on the line. And all the momentum they built, Icon said, not today, you will not do it. We're not going to give you that title of Best Team OCE.
Earlier as well, they were able to get away with it despite Torsos not playing at his best. But you can see right now, Torsos has to be on form for them to get this win. It just is not enough to have Kami and Zen playing well. And even Zen, he had that big miss. He had a couple of mistakes in this game. And we're going to have to see, can they bring this back? Can they reset their minds? They just lost 2 in a row and are facing what is a 3-game loss in a row to lose the series.
That's not the way you want to go out. You never want to lose it in the grand finals, but to have the momentum swing so heavily against you after such good control early on. The Chiefs Esports Club, the defending champions, they swept Icon aside almost effortlessly last time around. There were a handful of challenges, but even with Zen not playing at his best, Kami and Torsos picked up the slack, marched it all the way. This is a completely different Icon squad, and they have come for the title.
And we can even look at game number 3, where Chiefs, they went into overtime and they could have taken it out then and really had another 4-0 sweep. And they might be looking back at their, we'd already won the series. What are we doing? That could get in their heads. They're now in game number 7 to take out the grand final, the 2 best teams in OCE. Who is the best?
It all comes down to this: 5 minutes, 3 players aside, 1 gigantic, obnoxious ball, and who's going to knock it in for the win? At the end of it all, who will be the best team in OCE throughout this gauntlet? And this one has absolutely delivered. Icon start, they take the ball back away. Kami trying to push this in. Torsos on the attack. Careful, Chiefs. They committed heavily last time to the front 3, and they got punished for it. However, the attack is still deadly.
Another wide one, and considering Express was getting bumped, it was their opportunity. This should be Icon's, though.
It's gonna be Shady, sends it flying, and that is a good omen for Icon, but Chiefs gotta be kicking themselves.
Express just outpaced 2 members, and Torsos did not expect both of his teammates to get beaten. He was not back and ready. This is the counterattack, the 1-2. This is where you get punished.
Icon finding form here. 4 minutes, 30 to play. Chiefs, what are you going to do here? You can't let yourselves get completely taken out in 3 games after such a strong swing for them earlier in this series. That is all wiped clean.
Just looks so good right now for Icon as well. They're getting all the opportunities so far, and these are the opportunities that Chiefs are getting. The big shot on net, something that's getting cleared out, and even times those are leading to the counterattacks.
That was a good push, though, from Torsos. It's a great save by Express, who's been all over it this time around. Chiefs keeping it on the orange side of the pitch. What can Torsos do here? He plays this high, tries to
this is smart.
Push it in himself, but Shady's there for the defense. Again, it goes back the other way, and CJ is immediately on top of it.
Can't help but think if Torsos had a little bit more boost, if Icon hadn't drained him, they would have been able to get that goal, because it was going to be impressive.
Icon playing well around the resources this game. There's the clear away from Torsos. Still, though, 1-0. That's all you need at the end of the day. If they can keep the game in stasis, this is going to be a victory for Icon. What a title win it would be for them in this second iteration of the Gauntlet after being swept away a week ago. Big statement right now. Kami tries to send it so close, but it's defended once more by Express. Here's Torsos for the counterattack.
They've had those chances, and
there
this is one more. The last ones were defendable. This one in the top right, it is so fast and no one ready to intercept a good low pass. Kami had bumps the midfield player as well, and that has tied up the game. Can we see an overtime? I know it's 3 minutes left, but I want to see Game 7 overtime. This is so close so far.
Anything can happen at all. Zen is not going to let up the pressure for just a minute. Chiefs trying to knock it back in. You can see Torsos on the high. He has really been going for those tap-ins, but Icon, not for nothing that they got that early lead. There's the challenge. Here's Shady back again.
It's tough.
Trying to get it in himself. Oh! Bounced off the crossbar. So close!
That was so tough, both for the defender and for Shady to finish it off, and it almost panned out. Another shot possibility, and it has up to Express. Look at all the pressure that Icon are building right now.
And no one can really get there for the easy defense because the ball just keeps bouncing. It finally does take a fortunate one for the Chiefs, but there's still the attack, the boost, the resources, everything there for Icon. They just need to put it in the back of the net. Defensive though, there's the move. Kami, Express is going to take this one back to his own net. It's a high bounce, the challenge, CJ, that's a dangerous one, but he beats 2 defenders. Can he beat 3? Not so, as Zen is there.
But he didn't commit, he stayed back, he waited for the touch, and that allowed him to go straight back into the play.
Torsos trying to take the ball up. Once again, CJ will beat him to the punch here. He's still playing on the offensive side right now. Torsos getting the pushback against his own backboard. Back to center field we go once more. The Chiefs counterattack. It's open. Zen looking to march this in, but Shady with the brilliant defense challenges him for it. He tries to knock it in, but Zen just can't get there.
Oh, Zen was trying to get that one high after the attack didn't pan out. He thought he could get the pass to Kami, and he ends up sending it too far back.
Just under 2 minutes to play. We might very well have that overtime, Yummy. This could all come down to a single goal. The demo, Kami's taken out for a few seconds, courtesy of Express. We're watching Shady right now as he looks to pick the ball back up, sends it back to midfield. Here's Zen and Express fighting for it, getting off the corner, looking to center it, but nothing doing. Shady's going to have to center this once again. Here's CJ. Can he get this one? Tapping it in. Shady, not quite in the right position. It's cleared away by Kami.
CJ finds the read, but not the angle, and it just gets closer and closer and tenser and tenser. Either of these teams could take out the win with the next goal.
This really could be all she wrote at the end of it. 1 goal to decide it. We're not in OT yet, but it certainly feels like it here, Yummy. Ball back to center field. 1 minute remaining.
Now you're in the spot where you have to clench up. If you're one of these players, the open net, it hits the crossbar again,
the second
again,
time, the third,
and again!
And they defend it! Oh, Icon, they just hold on to this one in Torsos. He just wishes that net was a smidgen wider. Zen does get the defense, but we're still in play.
They worked so hard to get that, and they hit the crossbar twice. They had every opportunity, and now it is an Icon with a chance to get a shot. It's on, but Kami comes clutch.
Brilliant defense there with the last of his boost. You could see that Shady was trying to knock that in, but it was denied. 24 seconds. Here's the attempt on the attack. Shady gets denied by Torsos. Ball in open field. Turned again as Kami tried to go for the counterplay. Zen gonna pick this one up for the clear, but it goes to the center. There's the demo. Ball gonna get lined up right now, but Zen will be able to toss it. I think we're going into OT here, Yummy Cheese Man. 5 seconds to play.
This is so close, and everyone has to be so nervous. The next goal is going to win the series, the entire gauntlet, and get that undisputed #1 title back in the belts of whoever wins, but it is still in the air. Kami trying desperately to finish this one off. So many opportunities on both sides. It has all come down to this last goal.
1 goal, 1 shot. That's all these teams will need to take the title, to take the gauntlet,
No
to
way,
take the
Zach.
prize pool, and it's gonna be Torsos Chiefs at the last second.
They almost let it out of their grasp. They worked so hard, and Icon made the biggest comeback possible. But this is how it ends. The 1, the 2, and Torsos picking it up at that last moment off a beautiful pass from Zen. What a play, what a ripper of a goal, and what a ripper of a series.
Torsos has been the man in the back all series long, but when it counts at the very end, he comes in and scores the tournament winner. How about that for Chiefs Esports Club? They go 2 for 2 in the gauntlet, but man, they had to earn this one.
Game 7 overtime. You see so few of those in the history of Rocket League. It comes down to this, and not only that, Chiefs did it against all odds. Icon got that steam rolling. It was the choo-choo train all the way to Icon taking the victory. And This only just makes me more and more excited to see more Oceanic Rocket League because this is just getting ridiculous at this point.
Man, that was some impressive stuff. At the end of the day, Chiefs take it, but Icon, I mean, what a run by this team. After getting auto-seeded to the finals last time around, getting swept away by the Chiefs, they answer a lot of questions here today. Justice challenged them, but then they nearly sweep the rug out from under the Chiefs, and only at the last second did they save it.
Yeah, they showed Chiefs as well that they don't need to have Torsos be the best player on the pitch being crazy or anything like that. He had some great plays, don't get me wrong, but he wasn't that star player that we saw last week where he was just ridiculous. Zen stepping up. He even gets the final pass that wins them the game. And Kami, solid as a rock as usual. Only like one mistake throughout the entire series.
He started off as the hero. I mean, he was the one who was knocking them in really fast, and then Zen takes over. Chiefs were a well-oiled machine for most of that series, but Icon really challenged them in the midst of it. And I think it really all started with forcing overtime after being down 2 goals.
Not only that, when we're talking about these two teams, we can see a lot of places where they can get that improvement, where they can find a little bit more, get something. So it's going to be a complete battle, I think, week after week between these two teams. Again, they've proved themselves the best. I expect to see them in the grand final once again. I think we're going to get Chiefs in for an interview now. See what they do. The two times victors in a row. They have been incredible today, and they were great last week. But I actually think today they performed better than they did last week, despite not going 4-0.
I agree with you, but that's because they had to. They had to do that against Icon because Icon massively outperformed themselves from last week. They did not look 100% together, and they did not pose as much of a challenge for Chiefs. This time around, man, it was that close.
It was so close, and honestly, I think, you look at some of the performances of Icon, like CJ at the start of the day, he was incredible. He was that Torsos of last week. He was a big, monumental part of them winning against Justice. And he just, when you're up against the Chiefs, it's a different beast. They make you play differently. He didn't have as much room to breathe and as much room to make those big plays as he was against Justice. And if he can play like that at some point, then that's really scary for anyone versing Icon.
Yeah, I think that's fair. So, the way the seeding will shake out, we will get to see them in the second round of the Gauntlet next time around. Actually, because of the expansion, third round of the Gauntlet. So they'll very likely be getting their way to another finals. But, who knows? Maybe a new challenger comes up next week.
So as we look to get this interview, we also look towards next week. We are going to have another Gauntlet, and we're going to have 2 more after that, thanks to the incredible response from all of you guys. Honestly, I've been blown away by the level of the support by the community. I was worried, I don't think we either have a ton of money to really put down on this. We were worried that we'd have to, keep it going or maybe even.
But you all really stepped it up. So thank you so much for really funding this tournament, this wonderful thing we're trying to do for the Oceanic Rocket League community. So
full month. Like this is going to take us all the way through to the Rocket League Oceanic Masters and continue through there. So we're going to have a point where there's potentially 2 tournaments at the same time happening throughout the week.
And we're gonna have a couple extra casters in as well. I won't be here next week. You're gonna be bringing
next week.
We're
gonna have Jim Nesso coming in, my friend and co-caster from the Gfinity Elite series. So
I'm gonna be watching when I can for sure.
Woo! And Zen's excited. We've got the Chiefs boys here. Zen, how you feeling?
Woo!
Is that? I think it might be Soma in the Discord.
I could hear that.
Oh, please no.
Congratulations, guys. How are you feeling today? It looked like you were playing much more as a full unit.
For sure.
Not happy.
Yeah, obviously you weren't because you were playing like garbage. But Zen, Kami,
I was actually pretty nuts. Am I right?
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Okay, dude.
It's just hard to play off my
The
game,
MVP, of course, does go to Zen.
Yeah, no question.
What?
Most improved player.
What the frick?
From last season. Got the most goals. Kami.
That's ridiculous.
There was that moment where you guys had a win and Kami just basically passed it up to the backboard. Really bad play from Kami as well.
Oh, frickin' hell, man.
You're going to get flamed.
So Zen, how does that make you feel? You played a lot more confidently today.
Yeah, I did. It was like, I think last week's Gauntlet, I was just like very focused on not messing up.
Yeah.
And yeah, that focus kind of just made me
Yeah, so
Very
once
hesitant.
you realize that Kami and Torsos are bad, you just went at it, right?
Yeah, just alpha it up.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, it's good to see you guys take the win. That's 2 in a row. But it was Game 7 overtime. Do you think that next time you might make it a little less close?
It should have been 4-1, but Zen threw every game, so
It's actually true.
it's actually impossible to win.
I was just like first man on 0 seconds, and I was like, oh, it's a go, unlucky.
So it was Zen and not Torsos.
I mean, in my opinion, it was both of them because I was MVP, but hey, it's just
Fair
my
enough.
opinion.
That sounds good. Well, congratulations again. Thank you for playing, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks,
Yeah,
man.
we'll do, bud.
Yeah, lad.
Finals.
Hey, Divinity, man.
Yeah, after this. Well, that is it for the interview. That is it for this week as well. Again, a massive thank you. We're also, again, expanding to 5 teams next week. We're going to have maybe a mix of best of 5s with a best of 7 grand final, get a bit of the best of both worlds, and see if we can't get some more teams coming in and getting showcased on the stream. We've got some good viewership as well. Thanks for everyone who came along and watched, and thank you, of course, to Pyra for
Well, thank you
casting.
for having me, and thank you for being my co-caster in this one. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. We very much appreciate you, and of course the generous donations that keep the Gauntlet running. We couldn't do it without you. So that's about it for us. We'll see you next week. Have a good one. Till then.